to please tell us what the Gurukula was like in its early days as you knew it. And also, when you first came to the Gurukula, what were your experiences?
I am Muni Narayana Prasad. I am supposed to be the head of the Gurukula at the moment, even though really it is the absolute that heads everything. It was in 1956 that I came to Gurukula. It was not my intention to come to the Gurukula that brought me here. I came here just to make an engineering drawing of a temple that was to be built somewhere in the Nilgiris state owned by one Krishnan Kuti. I was at Devaswala.
How old were you at the time?
16. I was studying engineering then in an institute in Varkala. The man who was running that institute was a very close devotee of Nataraja Guru. Being a devotee and engineer, Nataraja Guru, when he was asked by Krishnan Kuti to prepare a plan for such a temple, he naturally gave it to a man who was running the institution. His name was Kulivishan. And then he deputed me and another person who was studying there to do the work, to come here, to be in direct contact with Nataraja Guru and to prepare the plan according to his direction. It was during a Gurukula convention of 1950. The Gurukula convention of 1955-56 that I came here. And when I came here, I found that the room upstairs of the front building was left alone for me and that man who was with me to do the work with a table there, all the arrangements there. But no other permanent building was here in the Gurukula premises then. Only building was that. But it had only two rooms, one upstairs room and the other downstairs room. And the upstairs room was given to me for doing the work. I don't know where the other people were staying at that time.
There's nothing else here.
Nothing, only some thatch huts and things like that made for the convention.
So the convention, were there many people at the convention?
Oh, no, not many people. Maybe in the beginning of the convention, maybe the number of people who participated in the convention was 10 to 15. And gradually it decreases as it lasts for a week. And it coincides with the Shivagiri Tirtharnam when thousands of people come. And then all of them will be many of them will be joining this also, and this becomes a crowded place. That is happening there. So the situation here was the only one building was there. Another temporary shed, thatched shed used for kitchen and dairy hall was near that. These were the only structures within the Gurukula premises there. And what else?
So did you meet Nataraja Guru personally then? Or?
Yes, personally. Actually, my meeting Nataraja Guru happened when I was 12 years old.
Huh?
Just after his coming back from the long stay in America and on his being welcomed by many devotees of Narayana Guru all over the Kerala. And at that time, I was studying in the second form of Limano High School, RRV High School, where they were celebrating the school day for 2 days. And Nataraja Guru was to preside over the final concluding session of the series of celebration. By chance, as part of the annual celebrations, there will be sports items among the students, and I also participated in. I was the smallest boy in the school.
Really?
So I was not bold enough to participate in everything, but somehow I managed to participate in the item called the musical chair, going around the chairs. And I won the first place. Then when the prizes were to be given by the president of the concluding session, I was invited to go to the stage, and I was the smallest boy to go to stage first. So Nataraja Guru, who was distributing the prizes, he felt very happy, and he shook hands with me. So that was my first experience with Nataraja Guru.
He was also very small.
But another thing is, when the program of the high school annual celebrations was shown to my father, he said he knew much about Narayana Guru. He had met Narayana Guru. And from him I had learned a lot about the greatness of Narayana Guru. When I showed this program to him, he said, this Nataraja, he was called Dr. Natarajan then, and all his close friends called him Natarajan Master. This Natarajan Master is the most educated, scholarly disciple among all the disciples of Narayana Guru. So then a desire came to me, strike roots in my mind. How great it would be if I become a disciple of this great man. But no plan was there in my mind, but kind of desire came to my mind. It was there.
Were you a good student?
Yeah, in school I was a good student. Anyway, the chance brought this opportunity to come to the Gurukula and be with Nataraja Guru for a whole week. And when the classes were going on here as part of the convention, I would come to the class, and at the other times I will be doing my engineering drawing work. So like that, 1 week passed on, and I completed the drawing, and after completing my course on engineering in that institute, that Muni Krishna, who was running the institution, he started a branch of that institute in Varkala. Actually, it was he had no place to run it. He started here in the Gurukula itself. He was given the freedom to run it because he was so close to Nataraja Guru. And I was put in charge of that school, and I was only 17 years old. And all the students I have to teach were older than me.
Really?
Yes, all of them.
Wow.
And he himself arranged for my stay here in the Gurukula. That means that is how I came to be in contact with the Gurukula as willed by Tao.
Yes. Chance element is very
All
present.
the chance elements coincided together, and I was brought here.
Was your role always as a teacher or a supervisor of the school at that
Here,
period?
no, I was not. I was then at that time. I was not here for a long time.
Oh.
I had my family. My father was old, and I had to support him. and I was selected for for an engineering course, a course about this to be conducted in engineering college, and for that purpose I had to go from here to Trivandrum. I stayed there for 9 months for the course, and after that I was appointed in the government service as in the engineering department. My work was in Koil. For some time I stayed there, and after that for some time I stayed with a relative, and I found it all this very difficult, and finally there is no Gurukula there in Varkala. I can't go there and stay there. Then I wrote a letter to Mangalanda Swami, who was in charge of this place, and he immediately replied, if Guru Prasad is not allowed to stay in the Gurukula, who else is going to be allowed? So then I came here, and then I was here for forever.
Wow, yes, forever.
And after 10 years of service in my government job, I was I had one promotion in the meanwhile, and I was promoted and posted in the same office. And after 3 more years, I was transferred to Trivandrum. That was very inconvenient for me, and by that time my responsibility has become very intense. I found it very difficult to run to have this both of us done at the same time. Then I had to take a decision whether which I should give up. Then I finally decided I should. Even when I entered the government service, I had a feeling within me that I won't be sticking out to this job forever. After some time, I will have to give it up. So I thought this is the right time for that. I resigned my job. And so this responsibility came to me by gradually. In the beginning, another manager was here, and one day, just after Mangalanda Swami's Samadhi, that was in 1957. No, 67. Something very strange happened at that time that put me indirectly to be in charge of very responsible things. Mangalanda Swami, who was the head of the Gurukula, Varkala Gurukula then, and he mostly was traveling around giving lectures on religious topics in Narayana Guru's philosophy. He would be leaving here for one series of talks and would be coming back only after 2 months, 3 months during this season between January and June. Just after that year's convention, he left here. Then I was also leaving to Koilon for my job. Then I was taking leave of him. Mangalanda Swami told me, this time I am going for a long journey. I felt he should not have told me like that. But what happened was, his dead body was to be received by myself after just 7 days.
Really?
Yes. And I was not in charge of the Gurukula even then. When Manoharan was here, he went to that place to bring the dead body. But after bringing the dead body, he was not to be found anywhere. Maybe he was sleeping somewhere. I don't know anything. I don't remember it. Anyway, Nataraja Guru was at that time having admitted to the some ophthalmic hospital in Connecticut to undergo his cataract operation. So it was when he was in the hospital that this happened, and I didn't know what to do. Manoharan was not to be found, and there was not much telephone facilities then. Nataraja Guru somehow contacted me through some means, directing me to where this dead body is to be buried, and to be responsible for that. And
So
then
what did happen to Mangalanda Swami?
he just collapsed.
He was
Not
not that old, was he?
He was 57 at that time.
That's my
But he was chronic diabetic.
Diabetic.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
From a very young, early years, he was diabetes.
We've heard that he was a great speaker.
Oh yes, very
teacher.
great orator. Where he was capable of presenting in a very appealing way, very subtle philosophies to ordinary people, not to real seekers. To ordinary people, he was capable of conveying this in a very appealing way. But he and also was capable of giving long lectures. I have seen him giving lectures continuously for 6 hours.
Oh.
He started at 6 o'clock and he stepped down only at 12 o'clock at midnight. I was near him and I was always giving him tea, tea from the big thermoflask I was keeping with him. That's the job who goes with him.
It's real tapasya. Oh my goodness. So when he was in the Gurukula, did he teach here also?
Yes,
Were there classes going on?
Yeah. Whenever he is here, he will be giving classes also. And after that event of Mangalanda Swami Samadhi, somehow I became more responsible in the Gurukula. I had to be in full charge of this the burial of Swami's dead body. And then Guru Nitya came from Delhi, Spiers came, and then they went back. And so one thing that I found very peculiar was that this dead body came here at near 10 o'clock at night. And the burial, everything was finished by 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock next evening. And immediately after that, I found that I was quite incapable of moving. The entire body was failing. I was thinking, what happened to me? Then I found that I have always been walking on throughout this one day and night. I was walking from there to here. There. The burial was at Guru Narayana Giri, and I had to come in for go every now and then. So this happened, and 3 days I had to be on bed with this aching body. And it was in that condition that Guru Nitya came from Delhi and Spiers to Bangalore. Anyway, within a month, within 2 months, 2 or 3 months of Mangalanda Swami's attaining Samadhi, the manager, Manohar, who was in charge of the Gurukula then, in the absence of Mangalanda Swami, he disappeared all on a sudden. Nobody knew where he went. Then I immediately informed, telegram to Guru Nitya, and he came all the way from Delhi. And then he took the entire key of the Gurukula and gave it to me and said, "This is Prasad's karma."
So,
that is how I became in full charge of the Varkala.
Well, that must have been somewhat of a shock, for sure. A big change for you.
Yeah. And even at that time, I was working in Koilur.
Yeah.
And I had to look after the Gurukula. There were boarding students here, nearly 25 to 30 boys staying here.
School
boys staying here and taking care of them and going to Koilur for my job. And all this had to be taken care of by me.
Oh my goodness.
And afterwards, the Gurukula magazine was begun. This Malayalam magazine that we posted yesterday, that also was started. And that also was to be taken to be care of by me. Because Guru Nitya started, then he went away to America.
So that was after Nataraja Guru Samadhi also?
No, all these were before Nataraja Guru Samadhi. And every year Nataraja Guru used to come here twice a year. In June, he comes here to be with the new set of boarding students and to spend some time with them, and also to eat the good mangoes at the Gurukula.
Yes.
Then he comes here in December, stays here for a month, and in these days I will be having close contact with Nataraja Guru. And then I began to go to Ooty and also to Bangalore for the Guru Pujas, annual Guru Pujas. Then there also I get the opportunity to be with Nataraja Guru. In 1963, the foundation stone for the Brahma Vidya Mandir was laid there by Harikrishna Das Agarwal. And immediately after that, a small, very, very small hut. Its dimension inside was only 8 feet by 6 feet. Very small hut was made, and I was asked to stay there. And I was put in charge of doing the construction, going on with the construction works. Whenever Nataraja Guru gets some money, he gives it to me, and I will be doing the leveling work. It was a round hill like this, so it has to be flattened. So the earthwork, a lot of earthwork was done. So this was going on for many years, and gradually that some temporary roofs were made in front of the small hut. And thereafter, whenever the Nataraja Guru comes, he stays only there, not here. So that means he stays always with me when he comes to Varkala. So, before anything else was made, within that small hut of 8 feet length and 6 feet width, we both of us had to sleep together in the two beds that were made inside the house. That room, we had to sleep there in the same room.
Wow.
And afterwards, something very temporary was made in front of it. Then I began to sleep outside, and he sleeps inside the room. And that is how we lived in Varkala. And thereafter, my relationship with Nataraja Guru became more and more intimate, and I began to write letters to him. And I can expect his reply in the return post, that he is very particular about it. Whenever he gets a letter, he will send a reply by return post.
So in those days when he came by himself?
Yes, he came by himself, and myself or someone else will be going to the railway station to receive him. It is what normally happens.
Did they have auto rickshaws in those days?
Oh, no, nothing. only taxis or in those days, what was popularly available was a kind of bullock cart. Bullock cart is this kind of Villuvatti. Villuvatti means spring. The kind of, not the ordinary kind of bullock cart, but bullock carts used for traveling purposes.
For passengers.
Yeah, passengers.
Sounds like a wonderful way to transfer your So later on, though, then he started traveling with a number of his European disciples and all.
That began only with the coming up of the hippie movement.
No.
So only those days, a lot of them came and began to travel with him. Otherwise, Nataraja Guru was always traveling.
Okay, I think we have to turn the tape now.